Congrats, you made it through the boring stuff. So this is where the fun begins. So all we gotta do is go through these steps and copy these prompts to Claude. If you were too lazy to write a product requirement documentation, or you're just not sure if you did a good job, always just have AI generate that for you after making sure it knows exactly the app you want to create. So just communicate in plain language, like, hey, this is the app I want to make. Write me a product requirement documentation and leave timing, phases, budgets, all that out of it. And this is only for an engineer to read and develop the app we want to create. And make sure that it just understand what app you're trying to create. So all it is left right now is just your power of imagination and your ability to describe something you want to create. So right now I've wrote this. We are creating a mini app for Farcaster using Coinbase MiniKit. So always mention, like, what is it you're trying to create, and not in sense of like, oh, these are the details, but like overall, this is the platform we're creating it for. This is the tool we're using, and then you go one level lower. Like, this is a simple app that uses users' public wallet addresses as seed to create deterministic generative art, meaning each wallet will have its own unique art. So I could, like, just post this and Claude might create it, but what we're trying to do is like try to guide it as much as we can. So we're gonna say I have a PRD here, and to communicate which file you're talking about, double click on the file, navigate down to where it says copy relative path. You're gonna copy that, paste it. So we're gonna pass it our PRD or describe our application, and then we're gonna say read the whole thing so you'd know what I am making, and after only do the steps one by one as I tell you to. After reading my PRD, do, and then we're going to pass it the first prompt. So why are we using Claude Code instead of just Cursor chatbot? Like, wouldn't that be easier? Why go through the pain of installing it? So one, this gives you different type of access to Claude. Like the way it works is different from how it works within Cursor. It has a much bigger context window, meaning you could read more stuff and understand more stuff before it starts to create things. And the second thing that I heard actually Cursor is starting to do, but Claude Code is doing it way better, is that it breaks tasks down for itself even more and creates a checklist. Goes and do them one by one and asks for approval. You mark it off and then goes to the next. So here you can see just finished the first step. It's asking me if I approve. I approve. You could also just YOLO this stuff and say auto approve, but you want to always check what it's doing. Even if you don't write any code, like me, I don't write any code. It's always good to start looking at what it's doing to better understand what's happening. Okay, let's say it finished the tasks, but it didn't check itself, like it didn't test anything. What you want to do is to go over here and you open a new terminal. As you can see now, there's two of these guys. So I'm going to type npm space run space build. What this does is that it looks if your like application is effectively if it's going to function or not. And right now I built it. It could have had an error, but the thing is, because we're doing things step by step, Claude is breaking stuff down to smaller chunks. So you might have to like actually finish all the steps before you check that. But once you have like a functional application, before you add more features, it's good practice to always check if the application is still building, if it's running, and always test your app step by step to make sure that it's not like it hasn't gone rogue. And because it's working right now, I'm not gonna touch it, but by pressing escape twice, you can navigate to the previous prompts to go back if it like went off the rails. Press escape twice, navigate to your previous prompt before things broke, and edit that prompt. By doing that, you basically go to that checkpoint. Later, we're gonna also go through using GitHub as using checkpoints, so that when things break, you could always go back to the functional version. So it just finished both of its tasks. Let's see what it made. To see what it created, you type npm space run space dev, press enter, and it will guide you to test your app. So this is the UI it made. Doesn't look that great, but seems like the Wallet Connect is working. Perfect. We're in. And there you go. this is the shape of this wallet. Now let's change our wallet and see if it's gonna generate a new drawing. And boom, there you go. So now you successfully created the whole app.